people, God's people. Man, it's a beautiful day in the neighborhood, and I'm out here loving, living, and enjoying life. Um, I have some physical issues going on today, but we're going to push through and see what we can get accomplished. Um, I just want to talk to you, melanated, just briefly for a minute. I hope this doesn't wind up being too long, but I do have a lot that I want to say. Number one is this channel and my message, I keep repeating it and repeat it and repeat it until maybe it will sink in to some people, is for the melanated black people. It's not my calling to bring black and white together. I'm not against that. I'm not anti-white. It's just that that's not my calling. Just as that was not Malcolm's calling, that was not Huey's calling, that was Fred's Hampton's calling, that was Martin's calling, and others. What I try to do is just address the issues of my people, particularly those melanated indigenous to the U.S. or to North America. That's what I try to address and do. Now, with all that being said, I was contacted by the ancestors this morning as I woke up. Just over and over in my head, just the minute I put my feet on the floor, the only thing I could hear in my head over and over again was Michael Jackson, "They Don't Really Care About Us." Got up, went to the bathroom, came back, it was still playing. Went on and around, and it was still playing. So something said, sit down and listen to the song. So I sit down and I played the song over and over and over again, listening to it. And I had so much that just kind of just flowed through me as it was playing. And I even had to take some notes. You know, normally I don't operate from notes, but I had to take some notes because I didn't want to miss anything. And what came to me was that this election is not about black or white, because they don't really care about any of us. It doesn't matter whether Kamala is black or white or whatever she is, Asian, Irish, whatever. That doesn't matter, because the Democratic Party is not going, no matter who they elect, is not going to do anything for black people. Period. End of story. It doesn't matter that Trump is white, because he's only going to be offering some crumbs. We'll probably get more crumbs from him than we will get from Kamala, but still just crumbs. The fact that we have to realize is that they don't really care about us. None of them, the powers that were. They don't care about us. So they're not going to do anything for us. No matter whether we vote, we march, we do all of this stuff, they're not going to do anything for us. There is a picture that's often circulated around the internet. And basically it has the ordinary, mundane people like myself, yourself, on their knees on the floor, and a tabletop is on them. And the holi polloi, the powers that be, are sitting all around that table. And the caption that I'm paraphrasing reads something like, you know, if we stand up, it's over. And that's the only way things are going to change, is if we stand up. But they've got us in such a lock. That's why I say this is slavery. This is slavery, people. That's why I constantly say that we are all slaves, because we can't not pay them their rent, their mortgage. We can't not go to their jobs. We're in a bind. We're people are fearful and scared. But just think about the power. If we went 1 month without buying their gasoline, not one drop of it, how things would change. If we went 1 month without paying them their mortgage and their rent, how things would change. If we went 1 month without showing up to their jobs, how things would change. But we're slaves. We can't do any better, you know? And those of you who want to jump on here, those of you who are in the hoi polloi about working hard and all that stuff and accumulating, think you've accumulated something, I want you to sit down and take time this evening. After you put the kids to bed, you've fed them, you've done all, sit down and think just how close you are. No matter how much money you got in the bank, or what, they can stop it. It can be over. And if you think I'm just talking bullshit, there's a young girl who made a black dog, even worked so hard as to get it into Target. And the minute she does that, Wells Fargo says you don't have a proper business address. We taking your money. You don't have any access to it. And then when she goes and proves them wrong, they say, okay, we'll get it back to you in 30 days. She's got bills to pay. She's got employees to pay. She didn't have a cent. They have all of her money locked up. So you can go ahead thinking that you've got a lock on thing. You can go ahead thinking that you all this and that you all that. You can go ahead thinking that you done pull yourself up by your bootstrap, but they can take it at any time. If they can do it to Bill Cosby, they can do it to you. And I want you to think about something. Not too long ago, I went and did research on a lot of big millionaires and stars, James Brown, Bob Marley, and other people like that, and what they were able to leave generational wealth to their families and to their children. Sammy Davis. They all had some kind of upheaval with the IRS or with somebody, or their estate was in trouble, like Bob Marley's kids. They've not seen any of that money, yet still that estate is in contest. Michael Jackson, Sony, and his mother and his children still have not seen the full aspect of all of his money. Okay? They've got the system rigged so that black people, you can reach as high as you want, but you won't be able to leave a whole lot to your children. Not enough to make them powerful like they are. And I say they, I mean the powers that be. Okay, let's get that straight and make it clear. I looked into James Brown, not much. I looked into somebody, I can't remember if it was Sidney Poitier or Harry Belafonte. I think it was Sidney Poitier after he died. Because that's when they die, go and look and see just what did they leave behind. I think Sidney Poitier might have had 6-7 million. His net worth at the time of dying or something like that. And I think he had 5 or 6 kids. It was one of them. I'm not sure. I have to look it up. I should have put it in my notes, but I didn't. So that's 1 million per kid. That's not a lot of life-changing, wealth-changing money, especially in this economy now. Okay? It's not going to make them powerful enough to change the plight of black people. They may have easy living, but you're never going to leave enough for your kids to change the path of a whole race. You're just going to leave a little behind. And even if you accumulate that kind of life-changing wealth, they will never see it because it will be tied up in all kinds of formalities and things, in estates, in probate. So I want to go on, like I said, didn't intend to make this too long, but I'm going to make it as long as it needs to be today. I'm going to say what I got to say. People watch it all the way to the end, or people don't watch it all the way to the end. I'm going to say what I got to say today. When you talk about the song, Michael Jackson left plenty of clues within this song about how they treat us. You know, skinhead, deadhead, everybody gone bad. Situation, aggravation, everybody allegation. What he's saying to you is that when you accumulate, there will be allegations around your name to take away not only your money, but more than your money is to take away the power that you have, the greatness. Tiger Woods, allegations around his name. Those asterisks will always be by him, no matter how people go and read the records and see how great he was as a golfer, breaking all records. Those allegations will always be there. Asterisk will always be there. Kobe, asterisk, always will be there. Michael Jordan, gambling, asterisk, will always be there. They're not going to let you just be great, melanated. So, he's in litigation. Michael Jordan right now is suing NASCAR. P. Diddy had to sue the liquor company. And a lot of people have to do those things. But we know what happens when they do these things. When they do stand up and say we're going to sue. I just hope Mike don't end up like Diddy. Okay? Now, here's the good people. Now, he tells you who he's talking about. He says, will me, thrill me. You can never kill me. And then you have to look the lyrics up for yourself, because if I say this word, they're going to tag my video. And no, not many people will see it, if anybody. They might even take it down. So he says, you can look it up. Blank me, sue me, everybody do me, kick me, blank me. Now, those two words are key. So look them up. I'll read it one more time so you know where to look. You can never kill me, blank me. You need to see what that word is. Sue me, everybody do me, kick me, blank me. Look that verse up and see. He's telling you who's talking about. He's telling you who the powers that are. He's telling you the people that don't really care about you. These are the people that are in control. So that's what you have to understand, okay? And then I was directed to, it doesn't matter, the song by Michael Jackson, Black or White. And it says, protection from gangs, clubs, and nations causing grief in human relations. It's a turf war on a global scale. I'd rather hear both sides of the tale. See, it's not about race, just places and faces. Where your blood comes from is where your space is, okay? And then it says, don't tell me you agree with me when I saw you kicking dirt in my eye. He said, don't tell me you agree with me that it ain't about race, which is what a lot of my viewers have been telling me, but I don't see them having their own channel standing up for us. And Mike says, I saw you kicking dirt in my face. I'm going to say, when you see them kicking dirt in our faces and you don't do anything, make your own channel to fight for us, like Jane Elliott. And I keep using her name because, and no, she's not some special white person that is eliminated from the whole process or everything, but she is one that has risked a lot to stand up for us. And unless you're doing that, or you can show me, you can send me a video you've made, you can send me an article you've written, you can send me something that you have done, a rally that you held for black people where you got up and told the truth about how we are treated, then it doesn't matter as to what you're saying. I had no intent of making this video this long, melanated. But I want to look you right in the eye right now, melanated, and tell you that we need to understand that they don't really care about us. We need to understand that the government does not have your best interests in mind. We need to understand that they would never spend millions upon millions upon millions of dollars so that you can get the jab because they care about you. There's something in it that they need to get into your body. All right, melanated, I'm going to leave it there. Touch feet to soil. Take in plenty of sunlight. But most of all, love. Oh, take in some moonlight if you can. But most of all, love your melanated self. Be blessed.